basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Some NBA stars like to play on teams that are favorites for the championship, and this makes NBA champion Giannis Antetokounmpo sad and dissatisfied with the Bucks. This news puts other teams on alert, looking for a trade to bring the Bucks' big star. The Warriors have interest in the player, and are waiting for Giannis Antetokounmpo to ask for a trade and can offer a good package of players and some draft picks. The Warriors can make Giannis Antetokounmpo available, the players, Jonathan Kuminga, Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, Moses Moody, and some choices. If the Warriors are able to sign Giannis Antetokounmpo, they will be the big favorites for this season. The Golden State Warriors' chances of trading for Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo look stronger after a promising recent report. Bleacher Report's Jake Fisher had this to say about the agency connection that Antetokounmpo has with Warriors superstar Stephen Curry and how the commonality in representation could hold sway in the former getting dealt to Golden State, hat tip Joey Lynn of Golden State Warriors on SI. The other big connection here to keep an eye on is the fact that Giannis and Steph Curry are both represented by the same agency, Octagon, Fisher stated. We've seen these types of synergies make deals happen. Giannis is gonna have a very complicated trade scenario, Fisher added. The fact that he's represented by the same agency as Steph Curry, I think, is just an important detail in all of this. Agency ties have held sway in former team pairings around the NBA. We've seen representation play a major role in players linking up with fellow clients around the league, especially in recent years. Clutch Sports Group, headed by Rich Paul, is a classic example. His agency was touted as having had major sway in talents such as Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Orlando Magic, and Anthony Davis, Los Angeles Lakers, teaming up with LeBron James on the Lakers ahead of their 2020 championship run. Davis signed with Clutch in 2018, just 1 year before moving to LA, and Caldwell-Pope did so in 2014. Bucks struggles could push Giannis out the door. Antetokounmpo's agent over at Octagon may become a very busy man in short order. The Bucks, 2-8, are reeling to start the year, and the Greek Freak has been vocal about his displeasure with the team thus far. He even berated anyone who was not frustrated with losing to get the F***K out in the locker room following their penultimate 116-94 blowout loss to the New York Knicks on November 8. Signs are increasingly pointing toward the former two-time league MVP forcing his way out of Milwaukee. Should their losing ways uncharacteristically persist, his management team could pull strings to pair him with fellow Octagon client in Warriors vanguard Curry and form a third super team in the Bay mid-season. Key Golden State Warriors player out indefinitely. On Friday evening, the Golden State Warriors will host the Memphis Grizzlies at the Chase Center in San Francisco, California. For the game, the Warriors will be without one of their best role players, as DeAnthony Melton has been ruled out. The former USC star will be out for an undetermined amount of time. Via Warriors PR, Warriors guard DeAnthony Melton has a sprained left ACL and will undergo further tests. He will not play in tomorrow night's game against the Grizzlies, and an update on his status will be provided when available. Melton is in his first season playing for Golden State. He is averaging 10.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.2 steals per contest while shooting 40.7% from the field and 37.1% from the three-point range in 6 games. In addition to the Warriors, Melton has also spent time with the Memphis Grizzlies, Philadelphia 76ers, and Phoenix Suns over 7 seasons. Via Dalton Johnson of NBC Sports Bay Area, DeAnthony Melton, when healthy, has been a great fit next to Steph Curry on both sides of the ball. His injury is going to hurt the Warriors. The severity is yet to be determined. The Warriors are 9-2 in their first 11 games, which has them as the second seed in the Western Conference. They are in the middle of a 2-game winning streak. following the Grizzlies, the Warriors will play their next game on Monday evening when they visit the Los Angeles Clippers in California. LeBron James reportedly gave advice to Draymond Green to resign with Golden State. After over a decade and 4 championships, Draymond Green, like many of his Golden State Warriors teammates, considered the possibility of starting fresh with a new team. Hey, Klay Thompson did it, and it seems to be working out for him so far. However, unlike Thompson, Green ultimately chose to stay with the only NBA franchise he has ever known. As a first-time free agent in June 2023, Green flirted with the idea of joining the Memphis Grizzlies, who offered him a more lucrative contract than Golden State. Yet, advice from his close friend and longtime rival, LeBron James, played a significant role in his decision to remain with the Warriors. Draymond on Memphis. Can you imagine? Advertisement. Get this, on a recent episode of the Warner House podcast with San Francisco 49ers linebacker Fred Warner, Green opened up about how James influenced his decision to stay in the Bay Area. The number one piece of advice that he gave me, and there's millions of them, Green said of James, but the one that stands out to me the most, more than anything, was when I came to an inflection point of do I leave the Warriors or do I sign with the Grizzlies? At the time, Green was doing what rich people do, hanging out in Paris during Fashion Week. While everyone was showing off their Louis, Versace, and Gucci fits, he was engaged in deep phone conversations about his future. Draymond spoke with Rich Paul, his agent, and Warriors executives like Mike Dunleavy and Joe Lacob, while LeBron was right by his side. He's sitting at the table, I gotta answer the phone for Rich Paul, talking to Mike Dunleavy, talking to Joe Lacob, and he's right there taking it all in, Green recalled. With a lot on the line, he faced a significant decision. Memphis had offered him a 3-year, $105 million contract, whereas the Warriors extended a 4-year, $100 million deal. The financial difference was considerable, and Memphis also offered the advantage of no state taxes. So, Green turned to LeBron for guidance, asking, "What would you do?" James, who has a deep understanding of the game, as the arguable GOAT he is, gave his candid advice. It's hard to pass up the money, Green recalled James saying, but the Lakers star emphasized the value of what Green had built with the Warriors. He keeps going back to everything Golden State means to me, everything that I've done there, Green said. And ultimately, his advice was more so like, you've just done something so special there, you have a chance to continue there and keep doing it? Why not? You can go to Memphis and do great things, and you can possibly be the missing piece to them doing something special, but is it as special as y'all have done? Would that be as special as y'all have done? Green found this perspective particularly meaningful, especially considering the history between him, LeBron, and the Warriors. That's also someone that, in what's special that we've done, a lot of it he was on the wrong side of, Green explained. And to give that perspective in those moments, regardless of what side you were on during it, that meant a lot to me. LeBron's wisdom and advice resonated with Green not just because of their friendship but also because of the unique perspective James offered. Having lost to Golden State in several high-stakes playoff series, including in the NBA Finals, LeBron's understanding of what the Warriors had accomplished made his counsel all the more impactful. Green reflected, as someone who had a thing in the palm of his hand, left it and then went back to get it, that's a different insight. When you think about it, joining the Grizzlies would have kept Green in the competitive Western Conference. LeBron knew the right move for his friend. See, that's what friends are for, keeping it a buck. His advice ultimately helped Green see that his bond and legacy with the Warriors were truly special and that remaining in Golden State would offer him the chance to continue building on that success. In the end, Green chose to remain with the Warriors, keeping the core trio of him, Stephen Curry, and Klay Thompson intact for the foreseeable future, much to the benefit of the Warriors and perhaps to the chagrin of their rivals, including LeBron. Dope stuff right there.